Hi guys, how are you doing? So today's pick a card reading is how do they feel about you? It's an intuitive read, 4 cards, 2 oracle, 2 tarot, Rider-Waite. I hope you're all really well. If you'd like a private reading with me, it's £20, 20 minutes, you get your reading in 24 hours. Please check the description box below. And also if you want to follow me or watch any of my other things, go over to my other channel, Spiritual Candy, anything like that. It's all in the description box below. So without further ado, I'm going to start the reading. So if you do want to still choose your group, feel free to pause the video and then, yeah, you can make your decision. Hi number ones, how are you doing? I hope you're really well. So here we go with how do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? Okay, this is really interesting because they feel like, I feel like they feel divided because here we've got make a decision. So this card says feeling stuck or indecisive, listen to your intuition and make a decision. They kind of feel uncertain about which way to go, how to move forwards. They're kind of stuck in an indecisive position, really. And I feel like this is because, like the card says, they do need to be intuitive. I feel like the rest of the cards really explain what's going on because they're actually stuck between this kind of 7 of Swords and this Strength energy. And this is kind of what they need to do. Now, the good news for you guys is that even though they're kind of stuck between the 7 of Swords and the Strength card is really what we would want for someone that we care about and that we, you know, that we're maybe hoping for good news about. Because obviously you want them to kind of, you want them to feel positively about you. And the 7 of Swords is kind of fearful, yeah? So you want them to feel positive. And the good news is that the Strength card, being the major arcana, does kind of trump the minor arcana. So I do feel like they will be able to get into this energy, and this is where they're moving. They do, in order to move out of fear, and we'll talk about this in detail in a minute, they do need to make that decision to be intuitive, okay? But they have got 2 oracle cards around spirit and about being intuitive, and they have got the Strength card. I do think that they will get to that point where they can be intuitive and follow their spirit on the situation, but it might just take them a little bit longer. The problem we've got is that they are kind of in this 7 of Swords energy, or they oscillate between the 7 of Swords and the Strength energy. So in a way, they feel fearful. They feel like they need to protect themselves. They need to protect their situation. They feel like perhaps they've been hurt in the past. They feel like they need to put up a barrier, guard their situation. But in actual fact, I mean, we know that's not true, but you know, that's how they feel nonetheless. They may also be hiding some things. There could be some secrecy around this situation. It could be as well, if you are in some sort of secret relationship with this person, that's an indicator as well with this card. But the point is that they feel like they have to hide something about the situation, or they have to hide something from you. There's a general sense of fear around this situation. But actually the situation with you is calling them to kind of grow as a person, which is possibly why it's happening. And that they need to find their own inner strength. So this is about being this person that tames the lion that is their emotions and thoughts with their inner wisdom. So it's about being able to kind of manage themselves. And that's what the lesson they're learning at the minute is about, how to manage themselves and not to get caught up in this fear. And that's why they really do need to invest in their spirit. It's about listening to their intuition. It's about going inwards. It's about finding that inner light. It's about finding that inner strength. So if you're finding that your person kind of feels indecisive and kind of unsure or distant and fearful, this is why. Because they are kind of afraid and they've got a barrier up. But it's all a lesson to help them find their own inner strength and to find their true inner wisdom. Thank you so much. I was going to say number 3s then. Number 1s. I'll see you on tomorrow's reading or a private reading in the meantime. That was because I was looking at number 3 that I said that. Hi number 2s, how are you doing? I hope you're really well. So let's have a look. How do they feel about you? Okay, so this all looks really cool. This looks good. So, how do they feel about you? I feel that they feel this is you. You know, so they see you as this Queen of Coins. So they see you as wise, they see you as loving, they see you as having abundance all around you in every way, shape and form. So I do think that they see you very, very positively. They see you as someone suitable for them. They see you as somebody who is strong, someone who is stable, someone who is ready and balanced and all of that. It's interesting though, because I do think this tells a story. We go from here to here to here. I feel like maybe it's true in a way on a sort of 3D level. Maybe you were kind of superior to them, and I use that really tentatively because of course no one is superior to anyone, but you know, for want of a better expression and just using words as pointers rather than as actual, you know, truth. What I mean by this is that they, you know, you maybe had more money than them, or were more mature than them, or more stable than them, or more emotionally balanced than them, whatever. They kind of put you on a pedestal because you seem to be more together than them or more advanced than them in life, something like that, you know, or they just idolized you, therefore put you on a pedestal. But there is this sense that they maybe have felt in the past that they are not good enough for you. So if you've got a person, if your person is kind of absent or quiet and you're wondering why, it is very likely that they just feel like they are not good enough for you because there are worthiness issues with this person. Okay, it says know that you deserve to receive good in all ways, but the truth is that how they feel about you is that they're not really good enough for you. But this is a good thing. It's not good that they don't feel good enough. But what is good is that they are trying to, or have tried to do something about it. So they're creating. And by create here, this means that you've kind of inspired them or triggered them to kind of want to improve themselves and want to improve their own life. You may be aware of this. You may not. But there is a sense that they want to improve themselves in order that they can be an equal partner for you. All right, but what they really feel at the minute is, so they do feel very inspired by you, and the Queen of Coins is very inspiring, but they do feel very inspired by you. But at the moment, they still don't feel they're quite there yet. They still feel like they're kind of on this journey to try and improve themselves, improve their life. They've been through some battles, they've been through some difficulties, and it's been a bit of a struggle. I think it's been harder than they thought it would be. But actually they're closer to completion than they maybe realise. They're not that far off now, really. They're nearly there. So they can get there. You know, they do need to have some faith. And even if they don't, the reality is they are going to keep putting one foot in front of the other. And that's all they need to do in order to kind of connect with this completion that's coming. Because they are going to get a sense of completion fairly soon. And so if you've been waiting for this person to kind of have the confidence to step forwards or make that next move or whatever, because they may not have done because they just don't feel like they're worthy enough, or they've not done the work on themselves that they need to do in order to come towards you. But I feel like that is going to be a situation that is resolved in the relatively near future. So, you know, you've inspired them. How they feel about you is that you are very inspiring, that you have fired them up and you've made them want to turn over a new leaf or take themselves to a whole new level. So thank you so much, number 2s. I'll see you on tomorrow's reading or a private reading in the meantime. Hi, number 3s. How are you doing? I hope you're well. So, how do they feel about you? We've got step away from the crowd, 6 of Cups, Ace of Coins, Mother Healing. Okay, these kind of go together. This kind of, yeah. All right, perfect. So how they feel about you. They have had to do some healing. How they feel about you is that you are offering them a new start. Let's start here. You are offering them this Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like intuitively, this feels like they see you as very stable, as offering something very genuine, that you are honest, loyal, grounded. You offer something real. It's exciting. It's a new beginning. And they're excited about that, and they like that. And they feel like it's very magical in a way, but also very grounded. They kind of trust you, you know, they trust you, they trust your energy. Obviously I say kind of, because what I mean by that is that, you know, I'm very aware, I'm reading for lots of people, and there's lots of different energies floating around. But on the whole, most of you, you know, they really feel safe with you. They feel like they can depend on you. And they feel that this offer is really genuine. Whatever it is you're offering them some sort of new start, or you have offered them some sort of new start recently. And they feel really positive about that. But in order to access this, they do need to get over things. You know, they feel very grateful for this. They feel like it's really positive and it's really optimistic. Whatever you've offered them, they feel like, yeah, this could be a great new beginning for me. But they are still kind of stuck in the past a little bit. You know, I feel like this person is kind of fairly set in their ways. This is intuitive, by the way. Don't think that this is the meaning of these cards. You know, Mother Healing, this suggests that this person has got a pattern of behaviour that has been started off with, possibly in relation to a mother. Obviously not every single person watching this, their person will have some sort of mother issue, but this is a symbol. In a general read, this is a symbol for like childhood wound that is being constantly repeated. So you know, if your person has got a pattern of behaviour that's quite destructive, and you know that they've maybe been like this with other people, and you know they've got this wound, they're maybe even aware of it themselves, but they're struggling to kind of deal with it. I think that this is the case with your person, that they've got some sort of wound that they really find it hard to kind of deal with. Step away from the crowd is kind of symbolic. You know, there's this need to step away from it, step away from the sort of the dialogue, the what's the word I'm looking for? I was going to say the dialogue around this wound or this situation. It's not, the dialogue's not the right word. I can't remember the word I'm trying to think of, but there's a sort of, there's a whole load of the story. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you, guides. Your person needs to step away from the story of their past, the story of their wound, the story of the past. You see, Six of Cups is like that nostalgia, childhood, going back to, you know, back to the good old days, or perhaps not. But there's some way that your person is kind of stuck in the past, stuck in a situation. And what you need to understand is that how they feel about you is this. It's not this. This isn't to do with you. Even though at times they may imply that their issue is somehow to do with you, or, you know, because it's very emotional, Six of Cups, because it is an emotional pain, they maybe will blame you, but in actual fact it's not that you have caused the problem, or that you are not giving them what they need, or whatever, but it's just that you've maybe triggered it in something you've done, or the relationship has triggered it. But in truth, this is something that goes a lot further back than you, and that really he or she needs to step away from this story in order to kind of take up what you're offering. But they do really feel like appreciative for what you give them. And I think that even those of your peoples that aren't really totally aware of their pattern, they do know deep down that it's not about you. Their issues are not about you. They're about the past. They're about their old pains. And you know, the truth is that you can't make them do this. You can't make them step away from the crowd of their own thoughts, you know. Only they can do that. But you know, you're doing everything you can by offering them this new beginning, and they are really excited about this. I can feel that intuitively. So yeah, So thank you so much, number threes, and thank you everyone. So much love to you, and I'll see you on tomorrow's reading.